घनानान्त्वा घनपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनं प्रणो देवे सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनेवते दीनामवित्रयवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम शांति 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 Sairam Din.
Sairam Sharma, and greetings to our listeners. We are broadcasting from New Zealand and Malaysia, and we thank our Bhagavan for yet another opportunity to speak of his all-encompassing wisdom. Jai Sairam. In one interview, Swami got the ball rolling. In fact, Mata Betty, our group leader, told us, don't shout out or start asking questions of Swami. He will get the ball rolling. He will start the conversation. So we knew not to ever call out to him. So after he had made vibhuti for the ladies, pink color, he turned to Mata Betty and said, "How is New Zealand?" And Mata said, "Swami, there is a volcano." Now, this is the topic of our talk tonight. Swami, there is a volcano. Mata Betty was answering Swami's inquiry. Because this time of that year, which was September 1995, one of our biggest volcanoes was erupting and sending lahars, which are big mudslides, and causing a lot of damage. And Swami said, I know there is a volcano in New Zealand. It is the bombs. The bombs are causing the volcano to erupt. Now, he was referring to atomic bomb testing in Muraroa. And he said, when atomic testing is done, poisonous gases travel under the seabed. They come out through the volcano. Grass is burned. Poisonous grasses burn the food chain. Cows eat grass. Food chain is poisoned. We were all shocked. And of course, in New Zealand, we eat a lot of fresh produce, fruit, vegetables. It's a real food basket. And we were so shocked, and Mata said, "Swami, what should we do?" Swami said, "Do food prayer. Brahmapanam. Everything will be all right." This was an eye-opener for me. And at this point in time, there are, I think, more volcanoes are erupting across the world than ever before. There are numerous eruptions in Iceland, in Italy, in Indonesia, and in several other quite unusual places. In fact, volcanoes cover the whole planet, because, of course, the Earth was formed many millions of years ago, and volcanic eruptions were part of that. Now, Swami said that desire is a storm. Now, we are listening to Swami here. He is explaining how different emotions, negative emotions, are equal to various natural events. He said desire is a storm. Greed is a whirlpool. Pride is a precipice, which is a steep cliff. Attachment is an avalanche. Floods are cleansing, purification, and ego is a volcano. He said, discard all these and you become liberated. In other words, discards your desires, your greed, your pride, your attachment, your ego, and your impure nature. Now, in many traditions, volcanoes are a symbol of transformation. This is a necessary step, transformation is, in the process of creation and regeneration. Now, here in New Zealand, I'm in Auckland, and we are known as the City of Seven Volcanoes because we are surrounded by a ring of dormant volcanoes. And you can visit them. There are several islands that are volcanic. And I have noticed that the scoria, which is hardened lava, is full of tiny holes. And after an eruption, after the lava has hardened into scoria, these tiny holes fill up with water and little plants begin springing up. And it's like a natural nursery. And soon this bare scoria landscape made of hardened lava is all full of little plants coming up. So that's just one example of how transformation is a necessary step in regeneration. Swami said that if we could see deep down within the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, our nervous systems could not bear it. Now, I can't imagine what he meant by that other than it must be pretty scary. And for our nervous systems not to be able to handle what is down there, that's probably why we cannot travel down there, although man is trying all the time. Mainly he is looking for gold and treasures and oil and so forth. So man's exploration of Mother Earth really amounts to desire and attachment to wealth and riches. But this can disturb the balance of the earth. Swami has said this. Too much drilling, too much fracking, too much digging of deep wells and mines for gold and treasure disturb the balance of the earth. These things are there for a reason, to keep the earth in balance. I remember he once said below the floor of the bhajan hall, deep down in the earth, this is in Prashanti, there are untold treasures, gold, pearls, jewels. I can envision that. But to think about a volcano, hopefully, I know there's no volcano down there. Now, Swami also spoke a lot about coming earth changes to Mata Betty. He did say that during these times, which we are in now, the very last gasp of the Kali Yuga, there will be many earth changes. He did let her know that coastlines would change. And he said an extraordinary thing. He said, as Lord Krishna, I lifted one mountain, Govardhana Hill. But as this Satya Sai, I will lift an entire mountain range. Mata Betty believed he was referring to the Himalayas. This has not happened yet. This may be or may not be something that we will witness in the future. Volcanoes in Hindu tradition are associated with Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is associated with volcanoes. He is said to live atop Mount Kailash, which is believed to be an active volcano. And the eruption of Mount Kailash is seen as a necessary part of the cycle of destruction and rebirth. And of course, Lord Shiva embodies the destructive aspect. Now, in some cultures, Greek mythology, for example, the god of fire, Hephaestus, is in charge of metal working and working with fire. He is said to live below Mount Etna in Sicily. Now, Mount Etna is erupting a lot at the moment. When this god, the god of fire, was angry with the other gods and with men, he would cause Mount Etna to erupt, unleashing his fiery wrath. But Swami is quite clear. He has said that volcanoes are an all-round part of pollution. And when you think about it, they do pollute the air. For example, in Iceland, with one of the more recent volcanoes, the airspace was closed for quite a long time. Flights could not fly because the ash gets into the jet engines and can cause crashes. We can hear of some people having a volcanic temper. And Swami said, anger poisons the blood. So if a person is prone to anger, this might be something they should think twice about. because every time you erupt with anger, it damages your blood. And Swami said the result is heart problems, angina, heart attacks, and strokes. Realize this sovereign truth. Troubles and turmoils, whether in your private life, your personal life, or on the earth, are temporary. And one who realizes this truth will not allow his mind to be swayed by the passions of anger and cruelty and hatred. Now, these may yield temporary satisfaction. In fact, some people, once they've had a good blow up and really spoken their mind to someone that they are angry at, they feel good for a little while. They feel quite good about it. Well, I told him off. I let her know what I'm thinking, and they deserve it. I've heard people say that after they've had a blow up of anger. Swami says this gives you temporary satisfaction, but can cause serious emotional disturbances over time. So it's imperative not to yield to any becoming passions, especially, Swami said, while taking food. He said the 3 P's are purity, patience, and perseverance. And these guarantee permanent happiness and good health, free from diseases. Swami is very clear, because when you look at the different ways he talks about desire as a storm, greed is a whirlpool, pride is a precipice, attachment is an avalanche, ego is a volcano. If you have ever felt these feelings, and all of us have, you picture what a storm is like. That is like desire. There's like the mind is never quiet. It's never calm when it's wanting, wanting, wanting. Greed is a whirlpool. It's like your mind is spinning, spinning, spinning. Even if you won the lottery for 6 million, you will be wanting 10 million the next time. I have seen people who won the lottery and should have enough money for a lifetime go right out and buy more lottery tickets the next day, hoping they will win it again. Pride is a precipice. That is a steep cliff. And that goes along with the saying, pride goeth before a fall. In other words, you can ponce around being all full of pride, but sooner or later you're going to fall down. Attachment is like an avalanche. An avalanche is when snow covers you up, and attachment is like that. You can't get out, you can't get free. And ego is a volcano. I hope you have enjoyed this small talk. We will talk more about the 5 elements and the prominent role they play in our daily life, whether we are aware of it or not. Air, fire, water, earth, and space. Wish you all a loving Sai Ram.
Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram.